Arsenal make huge Marc Guehi decision as Liverpool path to £40 million January deal opens up. Liverpool will not face a threat from Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta in their pursuit of Marc Guehi in the January transfer window, according to a reliable source, with TEAMtalk revealing how Reds boss Arne Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes feel about competition from Manchester City. We have long reported Liverpool's interest in Guehi, who was close to joining the defending Premier League champions on the final day of the 2025 summer transfer window, only for the deal to fall through because Crystal Palace could not sign a suitable replacement. The likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich have since joined the race for Guehi, tempted by his status as a free agent next summer. Arsenal, too, have started to take a shine to Guehi, who has already decided that he will not sign a new deal with Palace. The Gunners are aiming to win the Premier League and the Champions League this season, and the North London club will feel that they have the pull to bring Guehi to the Emirates Stadium. While Liverpool will be concerned by Arsenal's interest in Guehi, a report in The Athletic published on January 13th will come as a relief. The report has noted Arsenal's interest in Guehi, but it is claimed that the Gunners' plan is for a 2026 summer move, not a transfer in January. According to The Athletic, Arsenal's interest in Guehi is more related to the summer than the current window. Guehi would also have to compete with Gabriel and William Saliba for a place in the Arsenal starting lineup should he make the move to Mikel Arteta's side, and that might put off the England international defender from a potential switch to the Emirates Stadium. Liverpool confident of beating Man City to Marc Guehi's signature, sources. Now that it has been established that Arsenal are not planning to bid for Guehi in the January transfer window, the only threat to Liverpool in their pursuit of Palace defender from Premier League clubs is Man City. Our transfer insider, Dean Jones, reported on January 5 that Man City are planning to make a bid of £35 million, €40.3 and $47.1 for Guehi this month, with manager Pep Guardiola keen on signing a new centre-back due to injuries to Joško Gvardiol and Ruben Diaz. However, we understand that Liverpool are confident of beating Man City to the signing of Guehi. Our transfer correspondent, Fraser Fletcher, reported on January 12 that Guehi prefers Liverpool to Man City, which has led to the defending Premier League champions feeling confident. With Arsenal now out of the way for a January deal, if Liverpool are to secure the services of Guehi this month, then they need to pay the £40 million, €46.2 and $54 million fee that Palace are looking for, as reported by The Sun. Latest Arsenal and Liverpool transfer news. Meanwhile, a Spanish report has claimed that Arsenal was the second-choice club for Martín Zubamendi, who made the switch from Real Sociedad in the summer. Sources have told our transfer insider, Graham Bailey, Arda Güler's stance on leaving Real Madrid for Arsenal. Liverpool are said to be working on a stunning raid on Paris Saint-Germain as the defending Premier League champions aim to enhance their attacking unit. And finally, our transfer correspondent, Fraser Fletcher, has revealed how Liverpool views Xabi Alonso, who has parted company with Real Madrid. Be prepared to match any other offers. In the meantime, City have recalled Max Allen from a loan spell in the Championship with Watford, and the 20-year-old has impressed after starting back-to-back games, including the 10-1 demolition of Exeter City in the FA Cup, in which the young centre-half scored. After Ben White, Everton are also looking at bringing another Arsenal player in this month. Everton fans are hoping to see some activity soon, and it looks like David Moyes has eyes on another player from Arsenal. The Toffees have been quiet so far this month, with fans clamoring for new additions amid a poor start to the calendar year. Everton have just started to stutter in the Premier League and went out of the FA Cup at the weekend at the hands of Sunderland. Despite this poor week, Everton is still in a good position in the Premier League and with some decent additions could make a push for European football. Earlier this week, it was reported that Everton were interested in Ben White from Arsenal. Arsenal are said to have zero interest in offloading White, but there has now been a claim that Everton are looking at one of his teammates. Everton linked with Ethan Nwaneri. It has been reported by journalist Ben Jacobs that Everton are looking at Arsenal youngster Ethan Nwaneri. The Hale End product has struggled for game time this season, with Mikel Arteta leaning on more experienced options as his side fight on four fronts. Speaking on the Highbury Squad channel, he said, Fulham could be another option for Nwaneri as well. The only real thing putting Fulham off is they want to sign a permanent winger, and part of backing Marco Silva in trying to get him to finally sign a new deal is not bandages and stopgaps and back to square ones in the summer, even if the player has a really beneficial interest, and we know that Fulham and Arsenal have done a fair amount of business, but for them, they ideally want permanence because that's probably their only way of getting Marco Silva to finally sign the deal. Everton have taken a look as well. Sunderland are exploring someone on the right-hand side, but I think they'll be more a young squad player than a starter. Given that Nwaneri only signed a new contract at Arsenal in August, any move for him this month would surely be a loan. What Mikel Arteta said about Nwaneri's game time recently. Nwaneri was handed a rare start for Arsenal at the weekend as they took on Portsmouth in the FA Cup. But the likelihood is that minutes will be difficult to come by if he stays put, given Arsenal have so much strength in depth. The summer arrivals of Eberechi Eze and Noni Madueke have not helped his cause. Arteta spoke briefly about Nwaneri after Arsenal's win over Portsmouth and confirmed that strong options have been the reason for Nwaneri's lack of game time. He said, via Mirror, he deserved that. Because of the strength of the squad and the players that are in the positions, he hasn't been able to play. Today, he's done it, and I think he had some very good minutes. The core of one of the most successful Arsenal teams in the club's history included Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, and Tony Adams. These players were world-class figures who formed the backbone of a side that delivered sustained success. During the 2003 to 2004 season, the Gunners completed the league campaign unbeaten and lifted the title. That achievement was built on a squad filled with elite talent, mental strength, and consistency, which allowed them to dominate across an entire campaign. Mikel Arteta is now leading one of the finest Arsenal teams in recent times. Expectations are high that this group can end the club's long wait for another league crown. The current squad contains several very good players, making the team effective, competitive, and enjoyable to watch each time they play. However, some believe that the presence of a world-class figure remains crucial in determining whether Arsenal can consistently challenge for major honors. The value of a defining player. History shows that the greatest Arsenal sides have been driven by players capable of leading, influencing matches, and performing in decisive moments. Without such figures, teams often fall short at key stages. The current squad demonstrates clear quality, but the addition of a world-class leader can transform potential into tangible success. Robert Pires has emphasized this point, highlighting the impact a single influential player can have on a team's title ambitions. Declan Rice compared to legends. Pires said via Metro Sport, "If you want to lift the trophy at the end of the season, you need a player like Declan Rice. You need a Patrick Vieira, a Thierry Henry, a Tony Adams, and Declan Rice is in the same circle, yes." Rice has consistently performed at a high level and has become a central figure in Arteta's side. His influence, leadership, and reliability are evident in each match he plays, and many would agree with Piers' assessment. As Arsenal continue their pursuit of major honors, having a player of Declan Rice's caliber could be decisive in turning promise into success.